The content presented in this podcast is based on real events and may contain graphic descriptions of violence, sensitive topics, and explicit language that may be triggering, offensive, or sensitive subjects to some viewers and listeners. Discretion is advised. The purpose of this podcast is to explore and discuss true crime cases for entertainment and educational purposes only. This podcast does not intend to glorify or sensationalize crime, but rather aims to analyze and understand the complexities of human behavior in the criminal justice system. We encourage listeners to approach this content with empathy, critical thinking, respect for the victims and their families.
From criminals who called 911 on themselves to burglars caught by their own social media posts, this episode dives into the dumbest crimes and the stupidest criminals of the last 25 years. We break it down, real cases where bad decisions, zero planning, and jaw-dropping mistakes turn perfect crimes into instant arrests. This true crime comedy episode explores ridiculousness, criminal fails, self-snitching suspects, and crimes so stupid they practically solve themselves. Pour a glass and join us as we prove that sometimes the most biggest threat to criminals is their own stupidity. Hi, welcome to another episode of Mysteries, Mayhem Merlot. I am your host, Winnie Schrader, and I have a very special guest who is actually sitting right next to me, my husband, Dave Schrader.
Well, thank you very much for having me on, and we are broadcasting live from the Palmer House Hotel in Sauk Center, Minnesota. We are now the owners of the Palmer House Hotel, Restaurant, and Pub, and we welcome you to join us. You can come and stay with the ghosts. You can dine and eat in our great pub and restaurant. We'd love to have you. You can find more information at thepalmerhousehotel.com. Let's get started. We've got some dumb stories to carry. 25 years. We're already a quarter of a century into the new millennium.
I know. And I've had so many stories I've heard over the last 25 years that even today I think about them. I crack up laughing because they were so dumb and ridiculous. I can't even imagine how it even happened. But yeah, so I wanted to cover the last 25 years because we like to laugh about this stuff and we want to share that with you. So we've picked some of our favorite stories that we've heard over the last 25. So Dave is up first. So what do we have for our first story?
Well, the first story I'm going to dive into goes into my own history as a child.
Okay.
I'm going to peel back the veneer of the amazing human being you see sitting here before you, the man with the heart of gold and the tongue of silver. And I'm going to share with you a true crime from my own past. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I don't even think I've ever told you this story.
You haven't?
I'm a pretty hardened criminal, folks. Kind of a badass when it comes to growing up in Medina, Illinois. What I would do is, back in the day, kids, you used to get your soda in bottles, glass bottles, and you'd get like a 6 or an 8 pack of bottles in a cardboard container. And what you'd do was you'd collect the bottles, you drink them, you'd put the empties back in these cardboard containers, and then you'd walk them into your favorite grocery store, and they would give you money for empty bottles. It was called deposits. You got your deposit back because then they would take them, recycle them, pour more soda into them, and sell them to somebody else. So I got it in my mind one day that if I licked my thumb like that, and then I took a bottle and I rubbed my thumb on it, I could wipe off the black mark that they put on it when they took the bottles in. They'd black mark them and then set them down.
Oh.
Because I was shorter, I could walk around and grab the packet, and I'd take it back, and I'd lick my thumb and wipe it off, and then I'd go back up and I'd set it on the counter, and the guy would look at them and count the bottles, and out would come my 35 cents.
Oh.
Yeah. Worked pretty good until I decided to keep putting the same case up on the counter 4 times in a row. And finally, his name was Emil. He ran Pickwick in Roselle, Illinois. He goes, "How stupid do you think I am?" And I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, "How stupid do you think I am?" Which is kind of a loaded question because he'd let me do it 4 times. So at that point, pretty stupid. But it was upon the 5th time that he realized I was doing that. And it's because as I put it down, you had to hold them. I held them with my thumb up as I sat them down so you could see the black streaks on my thumb. So then he grabbed me by the shoulders, walked me in the back room, and started to call the police. And I started shaking and shivering, and I was crying. My parents' grocery shop here. I'll never be able to grocery shop here again. Where are we going to get the Jug barbecue sauce, man? Where are we going to get our sodas? My dad's going to kill me. So I cried to Emil. I begged. I pleaded. I held onto his pant leg, weeping like a villain. And he said, "Fine." He goes, "You are banned from Pickwick for a year." So I was banned from going into Pickwick. I couldn't go in and buy my candy anymore. So I had to go up to 7-Eleven. That was like 3 blocks further I had to walk in 1977.
What? All for 35 cents?
Yeah, but it adds up quick because it was 4 times in. And if you add that up, it's like 35, 70, $1.40. And back in 1977, let me just make this clear for you. I was a comic bookaholic.
Mm-hmm.
My comic books were 20 cents a piece back in the day. So you do the math. 20, 40, 60, 80, $1, 20, 40. I was able to get 7 comic books. All I had to do was pick up the same bottle, set them on, and lick my thumb and take the black mark off. It was genius until it wasn't genius.
Was it worth being 86 from the Pickwick there for a year?
What made me nervous was my mom would send me in to buy her smokes.
Oh,
she'd pull up and she'd hand me the money. So I was like,
I can't go there.
All right. I turn into Jim Ignatowski from Taxi, right? Okie dokie. Then I walk in and I'm trembling, and Emil's eyes start to, and I've got money in my hand, and he's like looking at me, and I go, "My mom would like a pack of Kool and Salem's." And he'd hand me the pack of Kool and Salem's. I take the money and I go, "I'm not supposed to be in here. I know, but she wants to buy stuff." And he goes, "Get out now." And I'd walk out. So that's how he let me do my stuff. It was always with direct eye contact. It made me shiver. And it wasn't until years later when I used to work for a wholesale company that serviced grocery store chains and drugstores around the United States that I called on Pickwick as one of my clients. And Emil answered, and I had to tell him who I was. And he goes, "Oh, the thug." I made $1.40.
What, $1.40?
In 1977. $1.40 in 1977 is like $2,807 in today's money.
We got 50-cent beat.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Now here's the actual dumb crimes. Although I think that was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
In a story that sounds like it was pitched by someone that's had just one too many glasses of Merlot before bedtime, a Florida man recently learned that operating a Segway while drunk is still shockingly not a loophole in the state's DUI laws.
Really?
Yeah. Here we are. This is Andy Seegers, and he's 48, a retired gentleman from Davenport, Florida. How do you retire at the age of 48?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of world does this guy live in that at 48 he's like, "I'm tapped, I'm out"?
Well, he must have some money because he's got a Segway.
Good
They're not
God.
cheap.
Yeah, so he decided to take his personal transport device for an intoxicating joyride down a public roadway. But he forgot joy altogether. And he ended up face to face with reality, folks. The law. The back end of a patrol car after riding his Segway head on into oncoming traffic like the world's slowest getaway vehicle. According to the sheriff's report, Andy didn't even bother pretending he was sober. When officers caught up with him, he proudly admitted he had downed nearly 2 bottles of wine before climbing upon his self-balancing chariot of questionable decision-making. The deputies as good as they are, detected very quickly all the classic signs of someone who'd been sampling the grape juice: a strong odor of booze, slurred speech, and eyes that could practically function as water fountains. I think it's funny that was their tip-off, not the fact that he was riding a Segway into traffic.
Yeah.
That would have been my first clue, and I'm no detective. And then came the numbers, and that's what really sealed the deal. Subsequent breath tests reportedly showed Andy's blood alcohol content at around 3 times the legal limit for driving a Segway. That's right. On a public road with cars going the wrong direction, apparently 3 times the legal limit's just about 3 times too much. I guess Florida just doesn't have that tolerance law. Yes, folks, the man surfing a Segway like a drunken penguin was technically breaking the law because Florida classifies a Segway as a motor vehicle. Who knew that a vehicle with a motor would be considered a motor vehicle? Not this guy. So how rich could he have been? Did he not know that he was riding in a vehicle that was motorized?
I don't know. And I don't even know how he could do that drunk, because I can't even drive one of those things sober. I'm all over the place. I end up getting stuck and spinning.
She does the same in a Yugo. Yeah, she's not. I don't let her drive my car often. Lots of spinning. Andy was cuffed and charged with a DUI, making him one of the few people in history to be arrested for drunk Segwaying. Do you think that there has to be a lot of drunk Segway people, because you go to these towns, and people are Segwaying or biking from bar to bar, and now you've got these e-bikes. You can swipe your card and do that. Mm-hmm. Cops have just got to be sitting there,
I'm sure,
on the corner waiting.
They have to, because like I know in like a lot of resort places, and they rent these out, and there's like bars and everything, like in Florida, coastal places. There has to be drunk people, right? That's kind of scary, because they could really get hurt.
No, they could get hurt. But the idiot, they're riding into traffic against the grain.
Well,
I mean, you're not an 8-year-old on a Huffy who's riding so that you can see the cars coming at you on the side of the road. That's the way I was taught to ride my bike, not with traffic, because you can't see if a car's careening behind you from some lunatic driving it, not paying attention because they're busy texting.
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, I would say that would have been my first tip off. But how much do you think? All right, this guy was drunk 3 times the legal limit, driving a Segway into oncoming traffic, unabashedly admits to it.
Yeah.
What was his bond? How much did he have to post to get out of jail that night?
$1,500.
That's not a bad jail. Now, see, maybe I'm just old fashioned. When you're drunk driving anything, why are you getting out of jail at all that night?
Right. I honestly, I don't.
It should be a $2 billion, $2 billion.
It should, though, because it's very dangerous, whether you're in a vehicle or whatnot, to drive under the influence. So
whether you're in a vehicle or whatnot,
or not, like if you're on a motorcycle, car, truck, semi, Segway.
How about lawnmower?
Riding lawnmower, yes, you can get a DUI.
Have you seen those goofballs that have souped up their lawnmowers?
And
then
kind of guilty of that.
You souped up our lawnmower?
Not ours.
I was going to say, I don't think so. I've seen you out there trying to push it.
We used to have tractor mower wheelie contests. We would soup them up.
With the blades still on?
No. We took the blades. We took the whole blade.
Well, then obviously you weren't drunk, because then with being drunk, the blade stays on, because you're like, it's safe. It's underneath me. It's underneath me. I'm on top of the tractor. On top of the tractor, and the blade is beneath me. And then until you're not, and then you're in a ditch, and you're most likely, maybe I'm being racist, maybe I'm being the wrong kind of guy here, but I'm going to guess your mud flap hair would have gotten caught in that.
Yeah, there was no deck or blade on it at the time, but yeah,
there were mullets.
Mullets were involved, yes, and beer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. See, mullets and beer. That should be the name of the show. Let's just screw this Mysteries, Mayhem, and Merlot. That sounds too classy. Let's just call it mullets and beer.
That's pretty much how it goes.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. What's our next story?
Well, this was not fun trying to come up with an image for this one, but and what can only be described as an Olympic level confidence paired with criminal grade decision making. Completely naked playing basketball. A man was caught. According to authorities, officers were called to deal with suspect who behavior and already crossed the line from concerning into, sir, what on God's green earth are you doing? But nothing could prepare them for what they encountered next. There he was, no clothes, no shoes, no shame. Just a fully unclothed man casually shooting hoops like he was in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and clothing was merely a social construct.
Mhm.
Witnesses reportedly watched in stunned silence as the man dribbled, shot, and moved.
Wait a minute. What?
He dribbled and he shot.
Wow, this turn. Are we still talking about the basketball?
Yes, I hope.
I can't tell. He might have been excited during this.
He moved with the kind of confidence usually reserved for people wearing at least shorts. This was not a streaker fleeing scene. This was an athlete, a professional, and professionalism meant butt naked and deeply committed to the bit. Police arrived expecting one problem, instead found a full-blown nude pickup game minus the pickup and plus several other crimes. Officers ordered the man to stop, which shockingly did not immediately work.
Really? Get out of here.
Well, how can you defend yourself? You're in a public place and you're naked. What do you?
It's easy. You just hypnotize them by twirling it like a helicopter. They'll be so mesmerized.
Like a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
Well, eventually law enforcement managed to detain the suspect, ending in what would go down in local history as the least sanitary basketball game ever played.
Oh, gross. So
Right?
could you imagine you're just out on a walk with your kid? How do you explain that?
I don't know. I think I would just tell my kids, just let's go the other way.
Is this the only time in the history of basketball that holding the stick is a penalty? I'm asking, just asking. It's
What
something.
happens if you trip somebody?
You brag about it. That would be my guess. You brag about it, and then you sling it over your shoulder and go get some Bactine.
But like, can you imagine?
Oh, God. How many of you just had a quick flash of Bactine and then imagined it getting sprayed on something like that, slung over your shoulder?
Well, I can't imagine. What did the cops do? Like, did they throw clothes on them before they cuff them and put them in the back? Or
What did they cuff is what I want to know.
But like, ew, he's got like his butt on the bare seat. Ugh.
That's
Gross.
probably the least of their problems. I'm going to get.
Oh.
Have you ever sat in the back seat of a cop car?
They're like plastic.
It's hard. The seat, just let me be clear. And you have like no knee room.
Yeah.
And then you got that mesh fence up in front of your face. I've heard. No, I've been in a couple cop cars.
I have too.
Not for bad reasons. Yeah.
I have not. They like to go to kids' school carnivals, and they like to take pictures of our kids in the back. So
Yeah. So I've been in the back seat a few times. I actually used to go on. I was part of the Junior Explorers Club in, I think it was Hoffman Estates, Illinois, which was a junior police department, and we could actually go on rides with the cops at night.
Oh, fun.
And they let me ride in the back, which at that time I thought was pretty cool because I thought I was cool thugging. So I'd be like in the back seat looking out the window, shaking my fist at people when they drive by, looking at this little 14-year-old miscreant, and the cops would get a kick out of it. And then I remember they go, "Oh, we're getting a call," and he says, "Get up in the front seat." And I sit up in the front seat, and then he and his partner out there talking to this woman, and she's all kinds of messed up, right?
Yeah.
She is a lady of the night.
Okay.
I'm going to use the term lady. And they put her in the back seat and then asked me to sit in the back seat to keep an eye on her.
Oh.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. She's flirting with me the whole ride, because who wouldn't want a little piece of this? And I'm thinking, because she was cute. She just looked like she had smeared lipstick and had been crying because somebody didn't pay her and might have said some hurtful things to her, of which I didn't know what they were until later.
Oh, okay.
And we got there. I was being all coy and schoolboyish in the backseat with her, and the cop in the front kept watching in the rearview mirror. And we get to the station, and they take her out, and I'm standing outside by the cop car. They take her into process, And then the two cops, the guy that was in the second car and him, come back and they go, so what'd you think? Your first prostitute? And I'm like, no way, she was a hooker? And they're like, yeah, she was really into you. And I go, yeah, she was totally into me. And they go, I bet you could have even gotten it for free tonight. And I go, really? Do you guys ever do that? And they go, well, not with her. And I go, why not? They go, because she has a penis.
Oh my God.
And that's just what had happened, is that she had had some fun with the gentleman that paid her.
Okay.
And he found out that she was an outie, not an innie.
Oh, okay.
And didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he said some hateful, hurtful things and didn't pay her and left. So that was it. So I take the affection right and get it, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Ready for our next story?
I am.
Let's do that right after we take this break.
And we're back. Okay, so we got another story up. It is Dave's turn. So where are we going with this story?
I'm sure everybody's been asking that about the first two stories. Where are we going with this? And what can only be described, and I've had this problem myself, folks, as gastrointestinal betrayal of the highest order. Are you ready for this? A Missouri man successfully hid from police right up until his own backside decided to snitch on him. Deputies from the Clay County Sheriff's Office were quietly searching near Liberty, Missouri, hunting a suspect wanted for felony drug possession. The man was apparently doing everything right, staying low, staying still, staying silent. Unfortunately, his digestive system was not briefed on the plan. Out of the darkness came a sound. Not a twig snapping. No, not a footstep. Not even a whispered curse. It was a toot of the highest regards. And not the kind you blame on a nearby squirrel. This was bold. It was echoing declarations. It was a sonic boom of regret. The kind of flatulence that doesn't just break silence, it announces itself with authority. Can you just imagine that? Now, at this point in the story, like you, I'm wondering, is he budding some cocaine? And when he farted, did a puff of smoke come out?
I don't
like
know.
A powdery substance. Deputies immediately knew two things. This was not the wind. She's like the wind. That was their guy that had let go with the air crunch flow. The Clay County Sheriff's Officer later immortalized the moment on Facebook. Because why not, right? With the kind of savage honesty law enforcement rarely gets to enjoy, folks. If you've got a felony warrant for your arrest, the cops are looking for you, and you pass gas so loud it gives up your hiding spot, you're definitely having a beep day. Hashtag it happened, because of course it did. Moments later, deputies zeroed in on the source of that noise because they're good at their job. I think I found him, Bert. They took the suspect into custody. I would have shaken him out a little bit, air him out first, proving once and for all that you can outsmart the law, but you can't outsilent your fart. So, remember I said this has happened to me?
Yeah.
Let me take you back. Let's go back through the annals. I said annals of time.
Right.
I'm about 10 years old.
Okay.
Again, 1977 was a big year for my criminal mischief, apparently. And my buddies and I decided to play the dumbest prank ever, just for fun. We had, on my street I lived on, right? We would jump up out of the ditches and pretend to be pulling a rope when a car would come flying up. So we'd both jump up and start pulling back and forth, and we'd rock in motion. So it looked, and the cars would, and they'd squeal. Well, we did that to like 2 or 3 cars. There's nothing there. We've done nothing wrong besides standing on the sides of the road rocking, right? And looking like the idiot brigade that we were. So we scurry. We're laughing because these cars are just like, and then they take off again. Well, apparently one of them called the cops when they got home. So unbeknownst to us, we just see another car coming up the road. We both jump up and start pulling the rope. Woo! Lights go. We do the only thing we know how to do. We're kids. We start running, and we're running through backyards and everything, right? This cop is chasing, and he's This dude's like Ponch and John wrapped into one chip on the run, and he's chasing us. And I'm looking, and my neighbor's got this like 10-foot fence, and it's got that. Remember the fences that would have like the blue and white weaved aluminum?
Yes.
So there's no quiet way of getting over that sucker. You hit it, and you're like,
I know.
So what I did was genius. I hit the fence, and dropped down on the same side, and then took off.
Okay.
So I could run around the outside of the fence. So they think I hit the fence and went over.
Okay.
Right. So I literally go and I lay underneath the hedge. And they're searching the backyard. They're up there with their flashlights, can't find us. They get down. They get down off it, and the cop goes, "That's it, we're done." And I farted so loud, the guy goes, "What the hell was that?" And then the other cop starts laughing, and he goes, "It's our criminal."
Oh.
And then they walked around and hit me with the flashlight, and there I was, crouched in my own stink.
There's
I was
a word
very
for
nervous. What?
when you get shocked by a toot or a fart.
What?
It's called fartled.
Oh, God.
So the cop was fartled by you.
I was also quite fartled. And so then the cop looks at me. I'm all huddled down there. I got up like a bat out of hell and took off running in the opposite direction again.
Yeah.
And the one cop goes, "Oh, for God's sake, just let him go." And I heard that, dove into a ditch again, and that was it for the night. And then the next day we were laughing our asses off because my buddies are like in trees and behind other bushes, and they heard me fart. They almost got caught because they started laughing, and they're up there trying to, stifle their guffaws.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Of course, I feel bad for your mother.
Bad boys, bad. My parents didn't know the shenanigans I was up to. And honestly, it's a good thing. Not because I was some tough ass thug, but how embarrassed would you be to have the cops? You open the door, the cops have got your kid in handcuffs. They're like, "Is this your son?" "Yeah." "What's he arrested for?" "Pretending to pull a rope across the street and then running from the police and farting." That's like.
Well, maybe your parents. Yeah. Well, Dave.
My buddies all laughed, and we all had a great time with it. But it was, that was the extent.
Why?
But now you can see why I have my prison tat on the back of my hand, because I'm kind of a badass. I don't want to brag.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well.
All right.
You are a criminal. Well, this story, I find this fascinating and funny at the same time because I have something similar. This happened to me with my boys, but not the criminal part.
Okay.
But I don't know how these guys thought that they could get away with this. But police in Carroll County received a call Friday night about two suspicious men in hooded sweatshirts with painted faces attempted to break into a home. Naturally, officers prepared for ski masks, face coverings, or at least something pulled from the basic criminal disguise 101 handbook, right?
This is the most basic criminal disguise.
What they got instead was arts and crafts hour. When police stopped a vehicle matching the description just blocks away, they came face to face with Matthew Allen McNelly, 23, and Joey Lee Miller, 20, whose idea of stealth involves streaking their faces with permanent black marker, not masks, not makeup, just straight up Sharpie enthusiasm. Carroll Police Chief Jeff Kaler admitted to disguises didn't exactly complicate the investigation. "We are very skilled investigators, and the black faces gave them away right away," Kaler joked, confirming what everyone else was already thinking. This was not.
No, wait. Well, let's clarify for the listeners, not the people that are watching live with us.
Yeah.
When you say blackface, these are two idiot white teenage boys.
Yeah.
Who have drawn Batman logos on their face to try to hide their identity.
Yeah, they're like using the black marker, the Sharpie, to like cover up so they can't be identified. But yeah, it's it looks like kindergartners were out robbing people. But police believe one of the men targeted the home because he was suspected his girlfriend was involved with the homeowner, probably some love tryst, a motive that apparently inspired.
Wait, you think one of these two idiots was in a love tryst?
No, one of the guy's girlfriends was with the homeowner. That's why he broke into that house, because his girlfriend was supposedly in there.
I see.
It was inspired equal.
I wonder why she would leave him for another man.
Well, there was alcohol involved and very poor decision making. They probably weren't thinking straight, Kaler said. "You think?" diplomatically. Translating loosely to this was very dumb. And you add alcohol to the mix, and the result was Kaler called the perfect storm of bad ideas. Both men were charged with attempted burglary, and McNally earned a bonus charge for operating.
We hit the bonus round.
For operating a vehicle while intoxicated, because
Please tell me it was a Segway. And the other one was riding on his back like the ambiguously gay duo.
Because when you're already committing crimes with marker covered face, why not just collect all of them, right? Oh my God, this I couldn't. If I were a police officer, I would. If I came across these cases, I don't know how I'd keep it together, but it was funny because
you know what would have made this story better for me?
What?
Is if the cops would have just had the pictures of them on grainy footage and gone to find them. And then somebody's like, I know who those idiots are. And then you send them to the house, but they had washed away that black marker because you know that they would have been left with the red outlines from the marker from scrubbing for an hour to get it off. And how do you then deny? No, it's not us. We don't have black Batman logos on our face. We're not idiots.
They're all rash.
Yeah. Big bat rash on your face.
Well, the story that happened to me one morning, my boys, God bless their hearts, they woke me up. They're like, Mommy, look what we did. And I opened my eyes, and they had got early in the morning, and they came in, and I look out at them, and they had taken permanent marker and drew on superhero masks on their face. They did not realize they were permanent marker. It took me 3 days to get that permanent marker off their face, and they were all rashy and everything. So this, like, if my kids were criminals, that would have been them.
Do you know what the real criminal in this entire thing was? The company that made the markers, because apparently they weren't permanent after all.
Right.
Your Honor, I would like to speak to you regarding my two plaintiffs here. Because they use what they call permanent, reads it right on the bottle, so permanent marker. And as you can see, it is not so permanent. Who is the real victim in this crime, Your Honor? I would pay attention when I'm talking to you, sir. I would like this case thrown out. That would be it.
Yeah.
So that was the big crime your kids did as little kids.
Yeah. I mean,
no,
they weren't.
I have a story to share with you then.
Oh.
Because it was shortly after we began dating. You had your late night job. And her boys were fans of the Pokemon Go, and Dave, can we go Pokemon Go? And it was like 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. It was dark. I'm like, fine, let's go for a walk. We'll go up to the gas station. I'll get a beer. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get a drink. We'll head back. So we go in. Their youngest kid's like below the counter. He's so small, right? Max.
He was like 6.
Jack and Charlie go in with me. We get a couple of sodas, grab some. We start walking, and I hear, and I turn around and I look, and Max has just got an apple, and he says, and I go, did one of you guys bring an apple for Max? And they're like, no. And I go, Max, where did you get that apple? And he points back at the gas station. And I go, Max, we didn't pay for that apple. And he goes, I know. So I marched him in like a good stepfather. I marched him back in, and I said, tell him what you did. And Max is, I said, just tell him what you did. And, I took an apple. I'm sorry. And the guy's like, oh, no, it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's not okay. He stole from you, and we don't steal. How much is the apple? Oh, no, please. And I'm like, yes, we are paying for this apple, and you're paying me back. I don't even have money. So I paid the 50 cents for the apple. I let him finish eating it. We walked out of the store. And then he's like, I just want to throw it away. I go, no, I just paid for it. You're going to eat it. And I made him eat the apple. So there's the real criminal in her family.
But to be fair, we go to Cub Foods all the time. And at the time, they had a little basket of apples that kids could take free apples. And that's how the Holiday gas station had it. So I'm assuming that's why he thought he could just take an apple and eat it.
Listen, I am the only defense attorney in this family. And there is no defense for this hoodlum.
Oh,
it's apple stealing way.
Yeah.
All right.
He's still my baby.
No, he's not. He's almost my height. All right, let's get going. We've got another story to share. This comes from September 6th of 2019.
Ooh.
In a story that proves adulthood is largely optional, a Florida man whose criminal legacy, including turning a kindergarten prank into a felony offense, has once again found himself behind bars. This time for allegedly blowing off probation like it was just a mild suggestion. Joseph Cercelli, I don't know how to say his name. Cerici. Joseph Cerici, 48. The man forever immortalized in court records as that wet willy guy back in custody after allegedly violating the terms of his probation. Records show he's being held without bond and is scheduled for a probation violation on October 14th in Fort Pierce, Florida. Because, of course, Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a real sentence. Yes, this is a real man. And yes, somehow, my friends, this gets worse. Cerici was originally convicted of felony battery after subjecting his longtime girlfriend to what can only be described as the most pathetic criminal act imaginable. A wet willy. You know, where you stick your finger in your maw and you wiggle it around and get it all saliva coated and then shove it in somebody's ear and kind of wiggle it around a little bit. A move typically reserved for playground bullies and deeply annoying your younger siblings. Well, according to police, though, the incident began when the victim came home from work to find Cerici drunk. Oh, a drunk Florida man. Is there any other?
No.
Sprawled out on the living room floor like an abandoned couch cushion. Earlier that day, he reportedly called her at work with a romantic demand. Order me a pizza, bitch. Now. Nothing says healthy relationship quite like barking fast food orders while intoxicated. I think what's healthy about it is Your Honor, I would like to submit. He is simply setting boundaries. Women say in a good relationship they want boundaries. I say boundaries, Your Honor. Order me a pizza, bitch. When she got home, things escalated. What a surprise. From emotionally exhausting to legally actionable.
What? Legally actionable?
The victim told police Cerici argued with her, grabbed her arm, pulled on her hand, and then, because clearly that wasn't humiliating enough, jammed his saliva-soaked finger into her ear. Listen, ladies, please. I'm in no way besmirching you. I get it. A man grabs your arm. That's scary. He grabs you by the wrist, starts dragging you. That's terrifying. But that's not the reason you called the cops on him. It was because he went,
oh, you.
Like that to you.
So gross. I'm calling the cops.
You do, and I'll be sorry. Yeah. So that's the part that got you? Or was it the slow escalating version? I know, because here's what she was worried about. It starts with an arm grab, goes to the wrist snap, then to the wet willy. Next thing you know, your underwear is pulled up over the top of your head.
How does the judge, when they read off the charges during the arraignment hearing, like, how does he not lose it?
I don't know.
Like, what story do you think he could make up in prison? Because everybody, when they go to jail, what are you in for?
Well, it's like one of my favorite movies. Again, for many of you won't know this because you're probably much younger than I am, but I love the movie Strange Brew with Bob and Doug McKenzie. And I love when they get arrested for something stupid and they go in jail and they're like, oh, yeah, we killed some cops, eh? And we're doing this and we don't need no lawyers. Lawyers are for sucks, eh? And then they're like, McKenzie brothers, your lawyer's here. And they jump up and run out. Yeah, that's it. If I got busted for wet willying somebody, I'd totally make up a different story.
Yeah, because I can't imagine what the other prisoners would think, like, oh God, wet willy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, here's where it gets interesting to me. Because, I say, Your Honor, I need you to pay attention. When questioned, Cerici admitted to the act, but claimed he didn't mean to upset her.
Yeah.
Which is an impressive defense if the charge were accidentally being annoying and not battery. But what is that thin line? I want to read the code of conduct in Florida because it seems like anything goes in the state of Florida. At what point did a judge sit back and go, well, boys, I think we need to draw the line. Wetting of the finger and sorting into said ear is battery. Now, if it were a dry finger I say we throw the case out.
Yeah, is that
But a wet wind, we got no time for that. that's I say purely
that's the
disgusting.
straw that broke the
Somehow
camel's
my
back.
judge and my attorney are very similar. Yeah. Normally a wet willy would earn you a breakup, maybe a slap, or just eternal shame for being an idiot. Not a felony charge. But Cerisi's rap sheet already included burglary. That landed him in prison for 3 years. Thanks to that criminal resume, his inner child prank was officially upgraded to felony wet willy. Yeah. And it's like the wet bandits from Home Alone. Yeah. What are you in for? Well, every time we break in, I turn the water on. What was it? Was it Breaking Bad? The one guy would poop everywhere when he broke in. That was his calling card.
Yeah. It's like,
oh my God.
Just wet willies everywhere.
In December of 2019, Cerisi pled no contest and was sentenced 5 years of probation. But he got credit for the 126 days already served. And then he got charged $1,150 in fines and court costs.
Oh my God, that was more than the drunk guy in the Segway.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. Do you know how many times I've been like, my grandson's on my lap and I'm talking, also he jams his finger up my nose?
Yeah,
Can I call in the cops? This kid's got to go.
Elder abuse.
That's elder abuse. Did you know? No. Bad touch. Bad touch.
Oh my God.
All right.
Now, this one I have talked about, but this one is so good that we have to talk about.
I say I'll be the judge of that.
No, trust me, you're going to want to hear this one again.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Now.
Oh, God, his name is Matthew Pancake?
It is. His name is Matthew Pancake.
Oh,
An Ohio man allegedly burglarized multiple businesses, infiltrated a pet store, kidnapped several hamsters or gerbils, kind of a mix, and then fell asleep in a public place wearing a leopard print onesie because after a long night of chaos, even criminals need a nap. Police say 31-year-old Matthew Pancake, already a name doing most of the comedic heavy lifting, was arrested early one July morning after allegedly breaking into a Petland pet store in Columbus, Ohio, turning it into what can only be described as a furry jailbreak. When officers arrived at the scene, they were greeted by an absolute mayhem. Dogs wandering the parking lot, birds fluttering around. It kind of like in Pee Wee Herman.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
he keeps looking at the tank full of snakes and keeps walking away. And
he eventually gets them.
Yeah, and then passes out on the sidewalk.
And the birds were flying around like they were just granted parole. Bunnies hopping toward
jailbirds
toward freedom. At least one confused hamster trying to process what had just happened. Several small animals were still missing, presumably lasting boarding a Pancake Airlines nonstop to pocket dimensions. But Pancake wasn't done. Oh no. Police say he allegedly smashed his way into a nearby Rooster's restaurant, a shoe store as well.
Was he trying to? Did he think they were roosters? He was going to set them free. Is this guy part of PETA? This lunatic. Roosters. They're going to let them out.
He's wearing a leopard print onesie too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's faux leopard.
Well, eventually officers tracked Pancake down outside a Big Lots store, where they found him.
Of course they did.
Where they found him asleep on a bench. He wasn't hiding or anything, just resting in his little onesie, like a man who had just done too much and decided tomorrow was a problem for the future. During a routine frisk, officer made a discovery that will live forever in police lore, and we have a video of that.
We do?
Oh yes, we do.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure I'm sure I did have it. I'll have where did it
Here,
go?
let me reenact.
Oh my God.
You should have just played the Pee Wee Herman video. That would have been the exact same thing.
I know. Well, I will get it up. Don't worry.
Pardon me? Not on air.
That didn't sound good.
No. You want to hear a funny story? I'll kill a little time while you're
kill a
looking for the video. Because this would also fall under felonious assault.
Oh.
And it involves yours truly.
Oh no.
It's Dave's day of confessions. The New Year's coming. I'm trying to purge my soul of all of my ill doings. So I worked at Noah's Ark Pet Center in Bloomingdale, Illinois, at Stratford Square Mall, which has now been reduced to rubble. And when I got hired, I said I would do anything. I would clean dirty cages, anything, but I'm not touching the snakes and I'm not touching the tarantulas.
Yeah.
Well, the tarantula part fell apart quickly because like day 3, a tarantula got loose. And the pretty girl, Lisa, that was working there, the cute little redheaded girl, I'm starting to sound like Charlie Brown. She's hollering. So I immediately jump into action. And by jump into action, I grab 2 fish nets and not stockings, just let me be clear, like nets for catching fish. And I clamped them around the spider, thinking I was pretty genius, not realizing he was now in charge because he spun a web to keep the thing. I couldn't peel it apart.
Oh.
He cocooned quickly inside. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But that's not the problem. So I've been there about 7-8 months.
Okay.
And this mom comes in, really cute mom, right? And she's looking at getting a ferret. I don't know why cute was important, but I felt I needed to share that. Moms just need to know they are cute. So she wanted a ferret for her son. So I take out our ferret that we had, aptly named Farrah. And I'm playing with Farrah, and she was worried ferrets are bitey, and because they can be playful and they'll nibble at your toes and jump around and prance. And I'm like, no, they're great. They're so good. Don't worry about it. And as I'm holding him, talking to her, suddenly she kind of looks over my shoulder and she does one of these kind of reactions.
Oh, what?
And I turn and look, and over my shoulder, 2 of the snakes had gotten out of their enclosures, and they were hovering about 3 inches from the side of my face. And I did the only thing a man can do in that moment.
What was that?
I screamed, I dropped the ferret, I grabbed the woman, and I pushed her at the snakes.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
I did. It was let's reenact. I'm holding the ferret. I turn, I see, and I go, oh! And I shove her in front of me. She bursts into laughter, just like you are. My manager comes running as I'm holding this woman, aiming her at the snakes. I'm terrified of snakes at this point in my life. The manager, you're fired. Go back, turn in your smock. I wore a smock.
You got fired.
I had to wear black jeans, a red polo with an animal on it, and a smock. Turn in your smock. And I went back and I'm blubbering like an idiot. And this mom lit into him. Oh. She's like, I will never buy another pet. And I will tell all my friends, it's not his fault. Those snakes were right by his eyes and it freaked him out. I should have just said, be careful, and moved him aside. Obviously, he was not a fan of snakes. She totally stood up for me. She was the real hero that day. So, and she said, if you fire this boy, I will never come in here, and I will tell everybody not to come in here. And so he came back. He goes, put your smock back on and go to work. And I was like all puffy-eyed and tears streaming down my face. Not because I grabbed a woman and I made a jackass out of myself, but a snake was very close to me. That's why I was crying.
Yeah. Well, I know you do not like snakes. I get it. But here is the video.
Mr. Pancake, you on your ass. Don't move. Get on your belly. Get on your belly. Get on your belly. On your belly. Oh, get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. On your belly. In the name of the law, Pancake, get on your belly.
Yep, we got him cocked up.
Is it glass?
There's a dog collar.
The hell am I under arrest for? Serious.
Criminal damaging.
Oh, God, there is
Using animals? Oh, there are gerbils in there. Yeah, definitely animal abuse.
What the heck?
Multiple gerbils. Multiple gerbils recovered.
What is this? Oh.
We're just advising that our suspect has multiple gerbils in his hands.
Okay, I did warn the medics about that.
Do you have any more pets? Do you have any more gerbils up?
Please don't tell me you put a gerbil somewhere else.
In my shoes.
For your safety, is there a gerbil inside you?
Your Honor, this very well could be a religious indication. My client just felt that reducing these gerbils to inside his clothing was the safest place to keep them warm while he napped. And for them to automatically assume, where was their concern for these pets when they wrestled my man to the ground, throwing him down violently? I love it. You're ours, man cake. They yelled at him, or pancake, man cake. You're ours, pancake. And they're like cuffing. They were so violent about it. The dude's sleeping. How about you just go up and kneel on him and cuff him? He's sound asleep. And then just explain to him, you have any Please don't tell me you got one somewhere, man. Don't tell me.
For your safety.
Did they have to check? They had to check.
I'm sure when he got brought to booking, they did a full cavity search.
And you thought Wet Willie was the grossest thing you've ever had in you.
Oh, I feel so bad for those gerbils.
I don't. They were warm and sleepy inside his soft leopard print, up against nuzzling against his kneecaps.
Gross.
Your Honor, if I ever were to return as a gerbil, and a man was to free me from the indentured servitude and carry me about in his warm, comforting leopard print pajamas, I should only be so lucky.
And just to top it off, his last name is Pancake. You can't. It doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't, or
right?
Does it? We'll find out right after this message.
Okay, and we are back. Oh, we got another one. Now this one I could see one of our boys doing at some point. Not maybe the criminal aspect, but just doing it for fun. What do you think?
I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? In a bold experiment, proving once again that duct tape is truly the master of all tapes, a Kentucky man earned himself a decade in prison after attempting to rob a liquor store while wrapped head to toe like a sweaty arts and crafts project gone horribly wrong. I'm a ninja. I'm a ninja. My ninja man. Look at how his face is squished. Give me everything in the miniature. What? Give me everything in the miniature. Meet Casey G. Casey. I'm Casey G. Casey, and welcome to America's Top 40 Criminals. A 25-year-old man who apparently looked at ski masks, hoodies, and literally any normal disguise, even passing up permanent marker, and said, nope, I'm going to choose the hardware aisle. According to police, Casey entered an Ashland, Kentucky liquor store on August 10th of 2008 with his entire head wrapped in duct tape, leaving only small openings for his eyes and mouth, because nothing says criminal mastermind like temporarily blinding yourself and restricting airflow before committing a felony. It's on his eyelashes and eyebrows. He had to come out of this looking like alopecia majora, right?
Very patchy looking.
Oh, very patchy. And this is, I'm not slighting on alopecia majora. That
I know
I'm
what
not,
you mean.
But it's got to be like instant.
Just rip it right out.
Because look at how tight he's got it on.
I know.
He has it so tight on, you can see the water in his brain squeezing through. Oh, my God. All right. So according to police, Casey entered an Ashland, Kentucky liquor store on August 10th, totally wrapped in duct tape. Witnesses described the scene as less Ocean's 11 and more Home Depot the musical. Once inside, Casey reportedly threatened to harm a store clerk. I'm going to beat you up if you don't give me all the money in the register. What? Give me all the money in the register. Because when a man wrapped like a leftover burrito demands cash, you don't argue. You comply. You might quietly wonder how long the tape is going to hold. Give me all the money in the register. It didn't hold for long. Before Casey could even make his daring escape, another store employee tackled him in the parking lot, ending what may be the least athletic getaway attempt in modern criminal history. Police arrived shortly afterward and arrested Casey without incident. No weapon was found, which frankly tracks, right? And then came the best part. Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's more?
According to Ashland police, Casey had perspired so heavily during the robbery that the duct tape began sliding off its head, his head on its own. So I guess he wasn't as dumb as we thought, folks. You work up a good sweat, a nice moisture, you get a little spritzel, and it just slides right off you. So let's just take a moment. Let's reflect. The disguise failed because of police brilliance or surveillance footage? No, but because the human body rejected it simply on principle. The human body's like, what the hell have you done to me, boy? I say, take this tape off my head.
Oh, my God.
That is the official voice for everything tonight.
Yeah, it is. But Tracy, right here, look.
Yeah,
She
the duct tape bandit 4 blocks from my house.
Oh, I hope you got
Give me all the money in the register. Look at his face again. Tell me I'm not doing the voice that would come out of that face.
You most
Look at
definitely
him.
are.
Give me all the money in the register. That's the voice. The incident, of course, quickly went viral, spawning mocking YouTube videos like this one and earning KZ the unforgettable nickname, the Duct Tape Bandit. Because if you're going to humiliate yourself on the internet forever, you might as well get branding out of it.
Oh, Tracy,
I want to come up with it. Can you please listen? One of you graphic artists out there, my address, I'm going to say it twice, 500 Sinclair Lewis Avenue. Sinclair, one word, Lewis, another word, Avenue, the third word. Sauk Center, SAUKCENTRE, Minnesota. That's MN. Like Mickey Mouse. MN 56378. I want that image on a t-shirt. And on the back, give me your money in Mexico. I wear a double X. If it's a pink shirt, you're going to get bonus points with me. I'll take all of the ones you can come up with either one of these shots on the shirt. I would. Oh, he did it twice. Of course he did, Tracy. He did it twice because why?
He's a repeat offender.
He's a repeat offender.
Oh my
good Lord.
God.
All right, we are coming out of time here. We've only got time for 2
Oh,
quick stories,
gosh.
and then we've got to let these people have their night back.
I know, but this is so much fun.
Well, maybe we'll do the top dumbest crimes of the last 125 years next time. Who
Yeah.
knows? All right, what have you got next for us?
Okay, well, this one has to go down in one of the most dumbest things I could.
Really?
crimes.
After all we've heard
No,
tonight, this is the dumbest?
This is like intellectually.
Let me put the button on there and click it for you. Why are you stop
I
fighting me
have the
for
mouse.
control?
I have the
Do you?
power.
Because I just turned it on anyway. Idiot of the year. What year is this from?
2013.
All right, I'll be the judge of this.
All right, James Blankenship, a man who proved the world with
What?
no, he
Words
proved
is hard,
the
huh?
world proved that common sense is optional and that
reading it,
crime
too.
sometimes comes with its own built-in irony. Blankenship was arrested after attempted burglary, but not
Attempted what?
burglary.
Do you have duct tape on you?
No, my lips are
Attempted
dry.
burglary.
I'm very thirsty, but not for the reason you might expect. No, he didn't get caught because he was too noisy.
Mhm.
He wasn't clumsy, or because he left his pants at the scene of the crime. No, no, no.
No.
He got arrested because his entire criminal strategy hinged on the brilliant logic that burglary
Wow, words is
it's
hard.
hard for my Minnesota mouth. It's got a lot of vowels. Can only happen at night.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, only at night.
Okay.
Well, he was caught trying to break into a home during the day. So he said it wasn't burglary because it wasn't nighttime. After forcing entry into a residence, he
Genius.
proceeded to make what he politely called a very public mistake. You see, 2 homeowners returned while Blankenship was literally still inside doing whatever it does that burglars do, realizing that he had company.
They burgle.
They burgle.
That's what they do.
Realizing he had company, our hero turned.
Oh my God,
I
words are really hard.
can't.
She's not even drinking Merlot tonight.
No, I wish it was. Turned and attempted a hasty getaway, which might have gone better if his getaway route didn't involve being immediately seen by the owners. In this scene that reads like a crime documentary narrated by a baffled sloth, Blankenship then tried to explain his reasoning to police. Yes, he tried to reason with them.
Who doesn't?
When officers arrived, the suspect apparently believed that because it was daytime, he
Mhm.
was immune to burglary charges. I said burglary.
Yeah, very nice.
Like some
Only
sort
8
of
tries before you got it right.
like some sort of Twilight only offense. I mean, burglary at night, right? He reportedly thought, or who would have thought it had been on a table. Oh my God. To be clear, he was prosecuted anyway.
What? That didn't stick in court?
No.
That's why he needs Dave Schrader, defense
Defense
attorney
attorney.
at law.
That's right. Because, yeah, he obviously, the judge didn't buy it.
No.
I mean, how idiotic
Yeah.
can you be? Well, his arrest also inspired some universal truths.
Like?
Daytime makes you not invisible.
Oh,
Burglary works 24/7.
yeah.
Logic is not a schedule. And James Blankenship is now our favorite cautionary tale.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I have another story I think might defy that.
Are you sure?
But now I just got to say, do you think, look at this name. This name needs to be hinged on when you do like a dumb crime, you've pulled a Blankenship. Because Because it kind of sounds like you shipped your pants, right?
Right.
Yeah, you blanket shipped.
Or you could say I got blanket shipped.
Yeah. Oh, I totally got blanket shipped on that call.
Yeah, so if you get like robbed or mugged during the day.
Yeah. It's not a robbery. The sun is up.
It's called a blanket ship.
Yeah, I've been blanket shipped. It's a drive-by blanket shipping. All right. Let's go all the way back to May 11th of 2018. And I should try to pull out my old Bill Curtis impersonation.
Yes, do Bill Curtis for this.
I'm Bill Curtis. I got to see if I could find that voice again. I grew up in Chicago, so Bill Curtis was my guy. And then when he started doing the true crime shows on A&E, that was my guy. So I need a little picture here so I can try to slip into my best Bill Curtis. For those of you that remember, Bill Curtis. In the sacred hour of 4:30 in the morning, that delicate window of time when bars are closing, regrets are ripening, and only chaos walks the earth. I can't get it. I can't find Bill Curtis. He used to live within me.
I know. Right. You're starting to sound more like gross. Santa.
Yeah, I am. Oh, Merry Christmas. This is the gospel according to Pizza Hut, a 4:30 a.m. revelation. In the sacred hour of 4:30 in the morning, that delicate window of time when bars are closing, regrets are ripening, and only chaos walks the earth. A man in North Carolina received a calling. No, not from God, but as God. I didn't say Asgard, so for clear. According to police reports, 46-year-old Richard Lee Quintero allegedly broke into a local Pizza Hut by smashing a window, triggering the alarm, and immediately realizing that committing a felony is exhausting work. So naturally, he did what any calm, rational criminal with divine authority would do next. He dialed 911, not to ask for help, though. No, not to report a crime, but to confess, yes, this is Jesus Christ, and I just broke into a Pizza Hut. Right? That's when Bill Curtis comes out. Come on. Imagine being the dispatcher on the other end of that call. Imagine the pause, the nervous blinking cursor of reality buffering, somewhere between, is this a prank? And I don't get paid enough for this. The dispatcher had to decide whether to laugh, cry, or immediately update the resume. The caller went on to explain politely and calmly, as only Jesus, the Pizza Hut criminal, would do, that he was the Son of God and a customer of the year. And he had broken a window, set off an alarm, and was currently inside the building. Not running. No, not hiding. The Messiah does not need to hide, for he is the Messiah. He is the chosen one. When officers arrived, though, they didn't find a frantic suspect or a half-eaten crime scene. They found a man settled in, enjoying hot pizza and washing it down with a Mountain Dew, because nothing says divine mission like fluorescent green caffeine at dawn. Right? Now, okay, listen to me. At this point, I just need to know, though, this would have been my thing. I'd have been like, if I was at Jesus, I'd go, let me get you a slice of pizza, and pulled out a napkin and touched it. Trying to turn it into pizza, and I would have gone, oh, I'm not stealing their pizza and Mountain Dew. I just changed this water into Mountain Dew and this napkin into pizza. I'm the Messiah. It's what I do. Yeah. Well, but cool Jesus, he had better plans, because apparently he's cooler. To his credit, he didn't deny anything. He openly admitted to breaking the window, setting off the alarm, and even he was the one that called the police on himself. Truly a model of accountability. Right. If more criminals, Winnie, behaved like this, crime shows would be about 6 minutes long. Authorities later determined the man was experiencing a mental health crisis. Instead of charges, he was taken for medical evaluation. And in the end, no one was hurt. The pizza was consumed, and somewhere a dispatcher has a story that will never be topped at family gatherings. And thus concludes another modern miracle. A man broke into a Pizza Hut, called the cops on himself, claimed to be Jesus Christ himself, and still managed to walk away without charges. If that's not divine intervention, friends, I'll say I don't know what is.
Oh, we do have video.
We do?
We do.
Let's watch.
Okay.
Highpoint 911, what is your emergency?
Yes, this is Jesus Christ, and I just broke into the Pizza Hut. I broke the window in. I'm here. Jesus is here now. He's back to earth.
All right. And so you don't work there?
No, I just broke in. Had a pizza. I'm Jesus.
And what was your name again?
My name is Jesus.
What's your last name, Jesus?
Christ.
Okay. And what do you look like?
I look like Jesus. What else do I supposed to look like?
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm Jesus. I can do whatever I want. We're tired of Judases on this earth. We're going to clean this earth up. So what are you up to?
Well, where do you live at?
I don't. I'm from heaven.
How'd you get over to the Pizza Hut?
I'm from heaven, sir.
Okay. And did you break a front window?
Yeah, I broke the door window, sir.
And you eat a pizza?
Yeah. Had a Mountain Dew.
The police say that Jesus, also known as Richard Lee Quintero, was found inside the Pizza Hut, actually eating that slice of pizza and drinking that Mountain Dew.
Oh, bless his heart.
He would have gotten away with it, too, if he had just used Jesus's full name, Jesus H. Christ. Then there would have been no question, but he forgot.
I do have some good news. He was suffering from some mental illness.
What?
He spent 40 days in jail.
Jesus wasn't in Florida breaking into a Pizza Hut?
No, unfortunately, Jesus has better things to do.
Does he?
Yeah.
I mean, Mountain Dew is pretty good.
Pizza Hut pizza is good.
It glows like Jesus's, I almost said umbrella. I meant halo.
But no, he spent 40 days in jail.
Did you hear? The Messiah, the King of Kings, the Son, the Lamb. I'm sorry, what's your name? Jesus. And what's your last name? Christ. Boy, what's wrong with you?
What do you look like?
I look like Jesus. What do you think I look like? You look more like he belonged in that Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Didn't he?
Yes.
That's it. He didn't look like Jesus Christ. He looked like he belonged in a movie with George Clooney.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad though. After spending 40 days in jail, he did get put into a psychiatric hospital where he got the care that he needed. Because obviously you can't be going and breaking into Pizza Huts and pretending you're Jesus Christ. It's just not a thing.
No.
I love his honesty though on the phone call. And he even said, "Sir." He's very polite.
Where'd you come from? Heaven. What's wrong with you, boy? Did your mama drop you?
But I do love his honesty.
There is that.
Yeah.
Wow. Fun night. Stupid stories. Just proves nothing has changed in thousands upon thousands of years.
Yeah.
Crimes are just as dumb as they were when we began dragging women by their hair into our caves, trying to propose to them, and apparently they don't like that anymore, so you can't even give them a wet willy. We learn lessons together on shows like this.
Right. But now here's one story that I want you to read. Now this is the last one for the night, but this one had made me rolling and laughing for years, and I still think about it, and it makes me crack up for one phrase in this news story. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't. I can't see the story, and it says Winnie on it. Why am I stuck reading your nonsense? Are there big words? Burglar? Is burglary in this one? Is that what's throwing you? You didn't want to dislocate your tongue?
No. I just want to hear you say the phrase in this one again, because I love this story.
All right, we go to September 2nd, 2016 for this final story that was meant for Winnie and is somehow now being heaped upon my shoulders. In what may be the most aggressively Midwestern crime to ever occur in New England, a Rhode Island man allegedly escalated a long-running neighborly feud not with fists, not with firearms or strongly worded letters, but with corn cobs. Yes, corn cobs. According to police, 50-year-old Jeffrey M. Osella finally snapped this week after 13 years of slow simmering hostility with his neighbor. 13 years. That's not a disagreement. That's a marriage. And like many doomed relationships, it ended with yelling, intoxication, and flying produce. On Tuesday night, that's the word, really? Tuesday, that's the word that's going to trip me up. On Tuesday night, following yet another shouting match that echoed through the peaceful streets of Westerly, Osella reportedly decided words were no longer enough. Like listening to the show, I could have told you that an hour ago. Instead, he turned to science, or at least Home Depot's plumbing supplies. Arming himself in this case, arming himself with a homemade PVC pipe potato gun, apparently repurposed into a corn delivery system of vengeance. Osella loaded it not with potatoes, amateurs, but with full-on corn cobs, because if you're going to declare war, you may as well do it seasonally. Police say Osella then opened fire in the general direction of his neighbor's house, launching corn like some sort of shirtless, intoxicated Johnny Appleseed of chaos. One unlucky corncob nearly claimed a victim when a girl riding her bicycle heroically dodged a cob, proving once and for all that agility is a crucial life skill in Rhode Island. Wait a second. So is she just like cruising along on her bike and the corncob comes and she's pulling like a Keanu Reeves? She's all like,
Ooh.
and the corncob just tears over her head and she just keeps going.
That'd be epic.
What just happened?
Did we turn up? Oh, somebody bumped the camera.
I'm nowhere near it. Jeez, look at this. We have flashing lights.
Oh,
It's getting crazy. The ghosts of the Palmer House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
By the way, you can come stay at the haunted Palmer House. I'll tell you more right after this. Police say Osella then opened fire in the general direction. That girl dodged a cob. Miraculously, no one was injured. The only real casualties were peace, dignity, and whatever shred of neighborly civility remained on that street. When officers arrived at Osella's home, they were met with a scene that could only be described as corn-fueled madness. Osella was allegedly intoxicated, shirtless, and most impressively covered in corn kernels, as if he had lost a fight with a very angry popcorn machine. Do you think he was like Rambo and it's like he's strapping on the machine and then he dips that brush into the hot melted butter and puts the marks under his eyes, rolls a little corn cob in there.
Lube it up.
Right, lube. Grease me up once, Lady Doris. I'm going in. Yeah, let's see. Osella told police he didn't actually shoot at his neighbor's house, just in the direction of said neighbor's house. A crucial legal distinction. Apparently, like saying, I didn't throw the chair at you, I threw it near you with intent. Captain Sean Lacey of the Westerly Police Department clarified that this was not the result of a fresh dispute, but merely... Did you just snort?
Yes, I snorted. Sorry.
See what I have to deal with? See what I have to deal with? I'm going to blink twice if I need help. But merely the latest chapter in a feud old enough to start middle school. Authorities did not specify what started the beef or corn 13 years ago, but one can only assume it involved property lines, loud music, or someone refusing to return a lawnmower. In the end, Osella was arrested, the corn was confiscated, and the neighborhood was left to process the fact they had just lived through what may be the world's first vegetable-based drive-by, Cornageddon. Are you getting it? Yes, Cornageddon it. Shooting it out at people. You know what the perfect crime would have been?
What?
Is you go and you get frozen hot dogs and load them in
Mm-hmm.
and start firing them off. So they leave marks and then melt. And when the cops show up, you're like, these obviously couldn't look. It's a hot dog. You just slap the guy with it. And these aren't going to leave a bruise. I don't know. It rained hot dogs, man. It rained. Let me call my friend Jesus. He can explain this. He's a food warrior.
I would have loved to see the body cam footage of that arrest with him covered in corn.
I'm not sure I agree with this one, Deb from SAC. When he's so lucky to be married to Dave, nonstop laughter. No. Oh, God. What is this? Crystal says, Winnie, your snorting is better than Dave farting. You don't know that to be true. My farts are charming.
They don't smell that charming.
How dare you? Listen, we are running a hotel and we have people waiting for beer and pizza, so we got to get going. But if you'd like to join us at the Haunted Palmer House Hotel, whether it's just to come and have a leisurely stay, you can come. If you check in on a Friday and Saturday, we're going to give you a free Thursday night. Because when you check in Friday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, half your vacation's already over. So why not come Friday night, crash, relax, then you got all day Monday, all day Friday, all day Saturday to enjoy the charms that is Sauk Center, Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And it's a great little town. We've got a metaphysical shop. We got one of them Walmarts.
Ooh,
yeah, so you might get to see the next dumb criminal right here in Sauk Center. We also have thrift stores. We've got haunted cemeteries. We've got a lot of cool stuff. And you can stay at the Haunted Palmer House Hotel. We've got our bar, our pub. We serve delicious food and drinks, and we'd love for you to come on in. Book your reservation, 320-351-9100. This is the only way I agreed to do her show, is if I could advertise 320-351-9100. Phones are open. Make your reservation now. Come on out and visit with us at the Haunted Palmer House Hotel and have a great time with us. And maybe we'll just do a live show here. How about this? People check in Friday, stay Friday, Saturday, and spend the night. I'll give them Sunday night free, and they can be part of a live studio audience, and we'll do another Dumb Crimes episode from right here at the Palmer House. How's that sound?
That sounds
so
great.
Tune in next week. Winnie will give you a date, and we'll aim for that. And if you'd like to book your reservation that weekend, we'll let you know. And if you don't, well, screw you. Good night, everybody.
And there will be a link in today's description to go to the palmerhousehotel.com. You can check out our tours and everything there. The history of the Palmer is listed on the website as well. So please check it out.
If you get lost, just look for the guy at the underpass wearing the leopard outfit with the gerbil. He'll point you in the right direction.
That is right. Well, thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you all next week.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of Mysteries, Mayhem, and Merlot. And until our next case, my armchair detectives, stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay aware. I'll see you right here next week on Mysteries, Mayhem, and Merlot.
Thank you. I say thank you for watching.